Now that Mercedes-Benz finally made the last step towards the Sport Activity Coupe segment, a comparison between their product and the inventor of this niche was inevitable. In case you didn't know, BMW's X6 invented this whole coupe SUV madness, and the model has now reached its second generation. Over the course of the last 8 years since production started, the X6 was sold in over 250,000 units. That makes it an extremely profitable and popular choice, especially since it's aiming at an extremely small niche. That's where Mercedes wants to intervene. However, we're not sure that it has what it takes to rain on BMW's parade. Of course, people that love marques will find it better than the BMW and vice versa, so judging its exterior appearance can't really be done in an objective way. After all, looks are subjective by nature. Up front, the GLE Coupe brings a design that falls well within the current styling that Mercedes-Benz is rolling out, beginning with the S-Class. As a matter of fact, the tail lights seem to be taken straight off the limousine, while the headlights might not be as similar but have the same general lines. The sloping roofline looks exactly the same on the two cars, the only difference being the Hofmeister kink on the D-pillar. Other than that, the GLE Coupe is wider and taller than the X6, while the latter is longer but only by a small margin. Inside the cabin things are a lot more different. You can obviously tell that the Stuttgart-based company is aiming at a new generation that is a lot more tech-savvy, but still, if you ask me, they completely messed up with the navigation screen. Ignore the fact that it's positioned right between the air vents that makes them look like ears, and ignore the fact that it's pretty big in the first place, and I don't want to know how that looks if you don't go for the most expensive option out there. But what's with the 4:3 aspect ratio? In the same category we could include the HVAC controls that seem to be taken straight off older Sprinters, and the multimedia controls on the center stack that have so many buttons. It's starting to remind us of Porsche. The X6 interior design might not be the most original one out there, but at least it's stylish and classy, and that's something some people will want inside their cars. The performance. Looking over the tech bits, the brand new Mercedes is right up there with the X6. There are 3 different models available at the moment. The only diesel on sale at first will be the GLE 350D, fitted with a 3-liter V6 diesel plant making 258 HP and 620 Nm, 457 lb-ft, of torque, which is right on par with the X6 xDrive 30D as far as horsepower goes, and has 60 extra New Mexico of torque on the Bavarian. On the other hand, the X6 is also available with a bi-turbo diesel, the xDrive 40D, that has 313 HP and 630 Nm, 465 lb-ft, of torque. In the petrol range, the GLE charges with a GLE 404 MATIC model that uses a 3-liter bi-turbo V6 plant making 333 HP and 480 Nm, 354 lb-ft, of torque. The X6 rival for this car would be the xDrive 35i with 306 HP and 450 Nm, 332 lb-ft, of torque. To get a little more power you could go for the M Performance Power Kit that raises the output to 326 HP and 500 Nm, 369 lb-ft, of torque. Last, but not least, the top of the range mark is the brand new GLE 450 Amg Sport model, which is a first for the brand. It has a 3-liter V6 with 2 turbos that makes 367 HP and 520 Nm, 384 lb-ft, of torque. For it, there are 2 options in the X6 range, both on petrol and diesel fuels. On the petrol side of things, there's the xDrive 50i model that has a 4.4-liter V8 bi-turbo under the bonnet making 450 HP and 650 Nm, 479 lb-ft, of torque, while on the diesel side of things, it's a little trickier. That's because the AMG Sport models will be a direct rival for BMW's M Performance automobiles, MPA, and Audi's S versions. Therefore, the only MPA in the X6 range at the moment should take on the GLE 450 Amg Sport. That makes the M50D model the sole choice, and things are not looking good for Mercedes. The N57S diesel engine on the X6 M50D has 3 turbochargers hooked to the inline 6-cylinder bank that help make 381 HP and 740 Nm, 546 lb-ft, of torque, thrashing the GLE in performance and fuel consumption. There's also going to be a GLE E63 Amg model to go up against the X6M, but that's a completely different story, to be completely honest, as they will be full-on AMG and M models to begin with. We already know what the BMW side of things brings to the table, but it will be quite interesting to see what plant the Affelturbic division will choose for their spearhead. Hopefully, it will be the 5.5-liter from the S63 Amg and not the smaller 4-liter from the C63 and Amg GT.